As I was looking at the footage, that was footage that appeared on CNN around the world in world news from our 1994 Universal Freedom Seder. And the leader from the United States who joined us was Rabbi Zalman Schachter-Shalomi. And before he agreed to come, it took me a while to be able to get to him because he was a VIP. He was one of the founders of the Jewish Renewal Movement, and it was very hard to have a private conversation with him. But God engineered that. And I said to him, I'd like to share something with you, but maybe I should do it in writing. And he said, no, tell me now. And so I said, I have this idea of bringing people from all around the world and going through the Sinai to Jerusalem, starting in Egypt, and then we would have this grand occasion together, and we would, on the way there, we could share our stories. And he looked at me and he said, he leaned over and he said to me, actually he said it in Yiddish, but I'll translate. He said, you're Meshuggah. And so Meshuggah means crazy, right? So I looked at him and I said, I know, what can I do? And then he leaned over very conspiratorially and he said, don't worry, because when enough crazy people get together, then we'll start to feel sane.
About 50 people, Israelis, Arabs, Indians, Sri Lankans, Ethiopians, Jews and Muslims, Christians and Hindus, participated in a universal Seder called a Festival of Freedom at Beit Shmuel in Jerusalem. The Seder was led by Rabbi Zalman Schachter-Shalomi, leader of the Jewish spiritual renewal movement in the United States.
This is a Seder of the future, not a Seder of the past. We are using the template of the past in order to dream of the miracle of the future that's possible.
People of all faiths, races, and ethnic backgrounds sat together. The traditional Haggadah was revised. The Seder plate included an olive branch for hope, and the prayers included readings from the Quran and the Lord's Prayer. A prayer shawl decorated with the personal messages of peace by the participants provided background. The event was organized by a Jewish filmmaker and an African-American minister.
I got 3 prophecies from people that I did not know that said that I would be leading the most unique and unusual tours to Israel, and it would include African-American Jews, Muslims, and Catholics, and that's precisely what we're doing here tonight at Beit Shmuel.
The notion of it came from the traditional Passover Seder, but this is something totally new and different.
Memorial candles were lit in memory of the people of many nations who were killed, and the hope was expressed that peoples in all the troubled spots of the world, and Jews and Arabs, could begin a new chapter of peaceful coexistence.
The story of the Jewish people freedom is described in many occasions in the Holy Quran. And if there is anything we desperately need, it's for us, the children of Abraham, the cousins, to come back together.
The children of Abraham are about to become reconciled.